Hello, greetings everyone. Welcome to your favorite podcast channel, Nigeria Unfiltered. Shalom Ufoma Erode is my name. And here with me are two comrades. We have
Harry, Osegbo Mafido.
Vincent Owesipo.
Okay, so Comrade Harry and Comrade Vincent will be discussing with me a trending issue that has been all over the media concerning two Nigerians, a revered senior advocate of Nigeria, talking about Afe Babalola, and another gentleman of quintessential knowledge, talking about Dele Farotimi. And of course, he wrote a book about the Nigerian judges and its criminal system. I'd like these two comrades to do justice to this topic. That's why they're here. So I think I would like to start with Comrade Harry Mafido.
All right, thank you very much. It's nice to be out here again, once again. And thank you, viewers, for being always there with us. The issue on ground is a very pathetic one, in the sense that the two people involved are men who are supposed to be upholding our judiciary, who are supposed to be icon of our judicial system. With this legal issue, it just shows the decadence in our judicial system. That said, to the main issue, Chief Afe Babalola, a senior advocate of Nigeria, a reverend, one of the foremost lawyers in Nigeria. It's so pathetic, this coming at this time, and there are a lot of conspiracy theories embedded in this, and the people are not lying, because a man of Afe Babalola, his stature and what he has been able to achieve, I think the step he has taken has actually dragged the name that we all reverence so much to the mud. Because if he has kept quiet as an elder statesman, I don't think all this brouhaha would have been going on. Many people who are reading the book today would have been reading the book. But I'm not saying that it is wrong for him to feel that his name has been dragged to mud for him to seek a redress. I believe a man of his capacity should know the best way to go. We expect him to approach the court. He is a lawyer, a reverend and renowned one for that matter. The gentleman involved is a lawyer. So, involving the police at this stage, and the way the police went about it, because even if it's police, the police have accepted ownership and they went for the operation, which is good. But before then, the way he was arrested, the manner he was arrested, it looked like adoption.
It's okay. Okay, thank you. I will get back to you again. So let's allow Comrade Vincent Isibo to have his opinion on this.
Thank you very much, Comrade Shalom Orudu, for inviting me to your show this morning. I would like to speak to this trending issue concerning Dele Farotimi and the revered senior advocate Afe Babalola, from the angle of neutrality and also from the angle of truth. Yeah. But before I proceed, I would like to pick out some loopholes from Comrade Harry's submission. To start with, the case already is in court, so I would like to mind what I'm saying so that I will not be accused of prejudice and all of that. And also,
Are you trying?
and also, I'm coming, I'm going somewhere. And also, I would like him to protect the image of, not to add to what Dele Farotimi has done, by defaming Afe Babalola by trying to accuse Afe Babalola as being the one that sent the police to brutalize Dele Farotimi. We all know that the Nigerian police force, they are known for brutality. That is why the use of Nigeria in 2020.
Yes, talking about the NSAS.
The NSAS movement. The NSAS movement was predicated on police brutality.
Yeah.
So we all know that the Nigerian police, they can be very uncivil and very unprofessional. They went to make an arrest, not Afe Babalola asking them to be brutal. Not at all. So we have to get that. We have to set the record straight.
Okay.
And coming back to the issue, there is a thin line between activism and defamation, where another human rights says where the rights of person A ends, that is where the right of person A begins. Person B begins. So Dele Farotimi should know when to
force.
Yes, to pull the trigger and to apply the brakes.
Okay.
He has not been able to do that. You've written a book on the corruption in the Nigerian judicial system, and at the same time, you have gone ahead to defame a revered senior advocate of Nigeria. I don't think that is the best way to go. But for the Nigerian police to brutalize a suspect, I'm against that. Thank you.
Okay. Now, I like to attend to you now quickly.
Yes.
You said something that you understand that Mr. Dele Farotimi or Barrister Dele Farotimi should know when to apply the trigger and the brake. Also, he has tried to say some things in his book that that looks like defaming the revered Afe Babalola.
Yes.
Now the thing now is this: the question everybody is asking now is, what he said, is it the truth? Because we're looking at evidence, and evidence supersedes theory.
Thank you very much. I'm not a law court of competent jurisdiction.
Okay.
Thank God the case is in court.
Okay.
It is the judiciary and the courts that will give a final verdict. The premise on which the suit is based on is defamation. They've charged him for defamation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So comment.
My gentle friend here, when he started his statement, he make a categorical statement, try to discredit what I said earlier. I will say it categorically. I reverend Afe Babalola before now for how I feel. What I feel about the person is my choice. So we don't have no.
Excuse me. Nobody is going against.
Excuse me.
Your freedom of choice.
What I said.
Remember.
Excuse me. Allow me. Excuse me. Don't know me.
We are addressing issues.
So, like I was saying, for somebody, how I feel is my choice, and it is the character of the person and what he has been able to achieve that have made me to reverend him so much.
Okay.
Now, coming back to what has happened, I also have my own feeling about his action, because I have taken him as a mentor, as a role model in this field. So he taking this step have shattered
your thought pattern,
over the years of his person. So I own that.
Okay.
So on that premise, I made the statement that a man of his capability, of his stature, have expected him as a person to have approached this issue in a more civil way, because he is a custodian of the law. Now, talking about, when you are talking of issue, talking about the Nigerian police, what brought Nigerian police into the question? It was his duty to approach the court. If he had approached the court, like a day before his arrest, the Dele Farotimi arrest, he made it clear that they have gotten some information that they are planning to come and arrest him from Ekiti, and they said they have sent a letter to him to invite him to court, that they know his house. If anybody wants him, he knows his house, they know his house. They have not seen any letter. If he see the letter, he's not afraid to approach the court. That if anybody feel that is aggrieved by the book he wrote, that he's ready to defend everything that he stated on that book before the court of law. I think his statement was his approach was civil. He was not hiding. He did, and even make it clear that he's not running to anywhere. So, and before that time, he also make it clear that he had been invited by Nigeria police area A also, and he went to the police twice. He was invited and he went there, and there are other pending issues before the court. So why the rush of taking, my own assertion, why the rush of bringing the police without following due process of the law? Okay. Because this is somebody who holds the law to a high esteem, and these are the things we see during military regime, that we say the military use oppression and power.
But we're not in the military right now,
and we are in democracy. So we are democracy. Everything we do should be
democratic, civil pattern. Okay.
And moreover, the law in question that was used learned that it has been abolished in Lagos State, where he was picked up, and even in Edo State, because the federal law have root in the colonial way.
Okay, it was premised on colonialism.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that is for the court to decide. But what we are saying right now is that two wrongs does not make a right. If you feel defamed, there are more civil way to approach the court. Let the court decide, not using the instrument of the state. Because what was written in the book, like my comrade there tried to make something, I doubt if he had gone through that book. Because a lot of things were in that book that pinch the wickedness in our judicial system.
I personally
and many both the past one of the foremost judges in Nigeria that retired last year, or early this year or thereabout, make mention of it in the validatory speech about the wickedness in the judiciary and a lot of events in our space. Okay. And with this antecedent, there are a lot of people now coming out to talk about the decadence in our judicial system.
Thank you very much, Comrade Harry. Just like I like to say something here. According to the French philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau, man is born free, but he's chained everywhere. So I would like also to balance this conversation, and because Dele Farotimi, although he may apply it a civil way, in his book, but he has said something that is indicting. So he should be prepared, and I think he's prepared, because he was authorized talking about the repercussion and the effect of this thing.
In China, he was accepting the politics today. This young man interviewed him to a great extent. He made a lot of
yes. So he has written a book that has unraveled things that we were not informed about. So now it should be. But what you are saying, which I think I want to understand, is that the manner in which Afe Babalola, the revered lawyer, passed through was not okay.
They are not okay. And a democratic setting, I don't think he's setting that message
I think I agree with you, because ideally is a constitution of the law. So as such, what I would have expected from him was to pass through the judicial system. But we are here to discuss the issue generally. Other agitators and activists have been talking about it. Like we have Showore that almost started a movement regarding this and all that. So, Mr. Vincent, what would you have to add to this conversation before we call it time?
I'm not trying to hold brief for Afe Babalola, neither am I trying to hold brief for the Nigerian police force, or am I trying to hold brief for the Nigerian judiciary. There's a case before us.
Yeah.
An alleged case of defamation.
Yeah.
By
Dele Farotimi.
On one, the person of Afe
Babalola.
and also the Nigerian judiciary.
Yes.
Because he has put the Nigerian judiciary on the spotlight.
Exactly.
Yes. Afe Babalola is not the head of the Nigerian police force. He's not the IG of police.
Exactly.
So if the Nigerian police force have decided to act in a manner that is unprofessional and uncivil, that is not the fault of the senior advocate.
Now I get you now. Oh, I get your point. I get your point.
Yes.
Senior advocate went to just complain.
Yes, and an arrest.
An arrest.
An arrest was made by the Nigerian police force.
Okay.
And they decided to be brutal.
So we should
be
channeling this.
yes, we should differentiate Afe Babalola from the Nigerian police force.
Ari, I think he's saying something here.
Well,
But
I will say
that speaks to what I said earlier on, that according to Jean Jacques Rousseau, man is born free but is chained everywhere. It therefore means that Afe Babalola has a strong influence on that. What is showing?
How can you be saying that? How can a single man be influencing an institution as the
I don't know, but from
it's unthinkable now. It's an indictment on the Nigerian police force.
You see, this is where
It's an indictment.
You see, this is where we have problem in this part of the world. My gentle colleague here said he was going to be speaking in the aspect of truth, and he's not being truthful to himself. What is truth? We are all aware. First of all, Afe Babalola should know what he expects from police. That is the reason why I said it would have been more honorable for him to have approached the court, because this is a civil case.
The matter is in court,
but the matter is in court.
So which other courts are you?
No, what you were saying,
let me tell you something. Maybe this is why
it's like
I want to say something here. Like Fela said, suffering and smiling. You understand me? It is hard time. I think what we have in this part of the world, we have this orientation, lack of orientation. First of all, I think as citizens we don't even know our rights.
Do we have a right?
Good.
Because if you don't have a right,
I'm not saying do we have a right?
Because in an ideal situation, there is a civil way. Even if you are trying to bring criminality into
the civil way has been followed already.
Excuse me, let me learn. When you are talking of civil way, civil way is to approach the court. Court is the judiciary. It is the court.
How did Dele Farotimi find himself?
You see what we are missing. There is an arrest. You understand me? There is an arrest before prosecution. We are talking of when you approach the court invites. But right, even in Nigeria police regulation, when a case is brought to the police, is somebody
that is when you are going through the route of the civil route. He went through the criminal route. And you remember that Ekiti State has not abolished the criminal part of defamation.
Go and check your law very well. Dele Farotimi, one, is not a fugitive. He's not on the run.
Yes, he's not. We agree that
his house address is known.
Okay.
You understand me?
That's why they went to his house.
His house address is known. He was not picked up in the house. He was picked up in his office.
Yes, so his location.
He had a base, and it was known to everybody.
He had a base, and he made that assertion. In our civil law, the right thing to do, the court will send him an invitation. Now, if you have read, because it just showed that you are ignorant of some of the steps that was taken. Let's set the record straight.
You don't have proof that he was someone.
One, the proof is that he make it clear. Are you aware that on 2nd of December he had a press briefing where that there was a purported that he was invited, that he have not gotten any invitation.
I'm aware of that.
What step, when the judiciary hear it, or the police, did they take to make sure that
I feel we are deviating too much.
We are not deviating.
The issue is that the case is before the law courts.
That's true.
And that is the way to go.
So what are we talking about?
So what we are talking about,
we are here is to know why the case, how did we get here?
Okay, now okay.
If we cannot,
there's an allegation of defamation. That is the premise.
Can I come in now? What I want us to now to say in short now, in summary now, before we conclude this conversation is, why is it that his bail is being delayed?
Thank you very much. Like I said at the beginning, like I said in the beginning, I would handle this matter on the basis of neutrality. The Nigerian law says when no Nigerian should be kept in custody for more than 24 hours. Yes. And especially in a case that the court has granted him bail. Yes. I don't know why the Nigerian police force have refused to let him go. Yes. This is part and parcel of what Dele is trying to bring out in his book. Yes. Are you getting me? So
the criminal
justice system. Yes, the corruption.
Are we saying that the judicial system is weak? Is weak now. And it's working in tandem with the police.
So, well, if you want to make my summation, I think whatever way you want to look at it, wherever way you try to digress, Dele Farotimi is being vindicated on daily basis. Why did I say so? No, my gentleman here now, you have agreed about the weakness in the judicial system. Mm. What we are saying now is this, you must know the root cause.
I'm here to uphold the
root cause of a problem before you can fathom solution.
I think we have gotten to the root cause already, so we're talking about why the bail.
So the bail, whatever is happening now, it shows everything still fall back to what Dele Farotimi said on 2nd of December.
That's my submission.
Yes. Because everything that is happening that we have been discussing here,
I agree with you
that is happening even after his arrest, we just like he prophesied and everything is playing out.
He's pointing to the fact that
there's a criminal part.
Yes, there's a corruption
and there's a high-level conspiracy.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And again, when you talk about the book,
let's just stretch us.
I'm trying to round up. When you talk about the judicial system or law being abolished in part of the state, okay, you understand me? There is even a debate that even that law doesn't hold ground even in the Ekiti.
Okay.
And on that premise, you can see some other lawyers now suing him.
Okay. That is
let me set the record straight. Out of the 36 states in Nigeria, it is only 2 states that have abolished defamation
so far
as criminal case.
Yes, so far.
Lagos and Edo. So I don't know where you are getting your information from.
Other process in other states.
You are not speaking the truth.
I just told you. I said it earlier that the law that what it was said for was abolished in Edo and Lagos state. Now what I'm saying is that some of the law, because I have keenly followed this case, I have seen some senior advocates spoke in reference of this case. They have referenced some of the charges that were brought before him, that some of those laws they are not in existence even in the
It's all right. It is left for the law.
Okay,
now it is left for the law to do that.
Conclusively, yes. What I have said earlier is that whatever is playing out is just justifying what Dele have put together in his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System.
Thank you very much. So the essence of this conversation is to try and enforce the office of the citizen. So when we hear our view, when we discuss issues, be truthful to ourselves, we can hold the government accountable. That's the purpose of this conversation, so that people can know the thin line between freedom of expression and when they are also going against that pattern. And I think that as I submit, other activists like Sowore, who's at the forefront, has also been trying to gather people so that they will try to talk for Dele Farotimi, who is already in the custody. And our prayer now is that this particular conversation will fly and the Nigerian judicial system will do the needful and our government will come back and not be distracted. So on this premise, we'd like to call it a day today now. And before we conclude, I would just like, as is our usual custom, the two comrades to give a parting word in few seconds. So comrade.
Thank you very much. I'm happy that the case is before the law court, and let us sit and wait for the law court to give the final verdict.
Okay.
Thank you.
Comrade Ari.
Yeah. My submission is very simple. It's whatever is playing out now is a test for the judiciary. It's a test for the judiciary, so we are watching the outcome. We are watching them closely because the judiciary will show us the direction we go if there is hope for the common man. This is a typical example that will show us, for us to know our stand, whether we are going forward, how far the judiciary can take us. Our belief on the judicial system will be anchored on this case.
Okay, thank you very much. So, once again, this is your favorite podcast channel, Nigeria Unfiltered, and we would like you to share your comments, engage, and promote this channel. Till when next we meet, Shalom Ufoma Erude is my name.